So, Ma, thank you very much for your time. Okay, and like I said earlier, I was going to show you some basic cooking. Okay, so what I'm going to be starting with today is called the carrot test. Okay, and the carrot test actually is to show you how water can leach out the valuable nutrients from our plant-based foods. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this carrot test today with carrot, and that is why it is called the carrot test. So we can actually do this same test with other vegetables like yam and our ugu leaves and most of our vegetables. But we're using carrot today because carrot is tastable, like we can taste it live. Okay, unlike yam that is raw and we cannot put it in our mouth. Okay, so this is the machine I'm going to be using for the carrot test. We call it the original and world famous Saladmaster food processor. Okay, so before we dive into the test directly, let me quickly talk more about this machine. Now, this machine has 3 suction layers that grips a dry surface for effective usage. As you can see, it is holding this surface firmly. Okay, and yes, it is manual as well. At 1 turn, this machine does the work of 6 knives, and it is also detachable. Okay, so you can detach it and put in your luggage just in case you wish to travel with it. All right, the machine actually comes with this bowl as well. This bowl can preserve your food either hot or cold. Okay, yeah, and it has 5 cones. These 5 cones actually can give us about 204 shapes, so which means it can shred our vegetables and fruits in beautiful and multiple shapes. Now, back to this carrot test. What I'm going to be doing here is just to simulate the cooking process, okay, to give you an example of what happens each time we're cooking our plant-based food. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be using carrot. Now, during the theoretical part of my presentation, I explained to you that nutritional experts have said that the natural colors that comes out of plant-based food is equal to the vitamins in them, and also the natural sweetness is equal to the minerals in them. So this is just going to explain to you how we lose minerals and vitamins when we cook our plant-based foods with water. All right, so quickly, I'm going to be using this cone. This is cone 1. All the cones are numbered. Okay, so I'm going to be using cone 1 for the carrot test, and this is the carrot. What I'm going to do is shred this carrot now. You like it? Okay, so please hold. Now, Ma, I would like you to taste this carrot. Does it taste sweet? Yes. Like carrot, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so now, just like we're cooking, what I'm going to do here is to add some water to it and assume it is our cooking process. Okay? So let's assume we're cooking this carrot for about 3 minutes. By the way, from what you tasted initially, if you were going to cook this carrot, this same carrot, do you think there would be a need to add maybe Maggi or salt or sugar to it? Okay, because it is naturally sweet, isn't it? All right, so what I'm going to do is sift this water out. And have you taste it again. So how does it taste now? It's not sweet. It's not as sweet as it used to be. So this is exactly what I mean. The natural flavor that comes out of our plant-based food is actually equal to the minerals in the food. And the color, as you can see this now, so this is the color and it is equal to the vitamins. Now when they say carrot is good for the sight, this is actually what is good for the sight and not this. But our cooking process makes us put this into our body and then throw this away. All right? So this is actually how people lose the valuable nutrients from their plant-based food when they are cooked in water. And this is why we don't cook plant-based foods, vegetables mostly, in water. All right? So having done this, I'm going to be cooking yam, which is the number 2 thing I'm going to be doing. I'll cook this yam now for you to see without a single drop of water. Okay? So this yam will be cooked without it having a direct contact with water on the burner. Okay, so Ma, let's cook this yam. All right, so this is the yam. Yam is a tuber crop. And I said that nutritional experts have said that more of the nutrients of yam stays around the skin or directly on the skin of yam. Okay, all the tuber crops. like I mentioned. Therefore, it is ideal for us not to peel our yam. Instead, we should wash them. As you can see, this looks so beautiful. It has been washed, thoroughly washed with brush under running water. And this is the same yam right here. All right, so quickly, I'd like to show you what I'm going to be using to cook the yam. Okay, this is a 3-quart roaster with cover. All right, so but because of our own cooking method, I'm not going to cut this yam and put it directly inside. Remember I said I'm going to be cooking this yam without it having a direct contact with water. Therefore, I'll be needing this culinary basket to cook the yam. Okay, so as you can see, this is a perforated basket that is also made of 316Ti. Okay, and right here, there is water. There is water in the roaster, okay, which stays beneath the culinary basket. So all I need to do is insert this basket just like this. And please notice that it is not touching the water as well. Okay, so what I'll do is slice this yam. And put them inside the culinary basket. So the yam stays on the culinary basket instead of being inside of the water directly. Okay, so now these are the two processes. First, the yam was not peeled. Second, the yam is being cooked without it having a direct contact with water. So at the end of the day, I mentioned earlier that yam has about 26 minerals and vitamins that are essential to the human body. This cooking process, which we refer to as the destarching process of cooking yam, enables this yam become a low glycemic index food, which is very good and edible for anybody, regardless, to eat. So that's the way it is. By the time this yam is ready, both those with a high sugar level can also enjoy their yam. So here we go. Now, because of how this smart cookware has been specially made, we cook from medium heat to 0 heat. I talked about that earlier. Okay, so that's why we're starting the cooking process from medium heat. Now, at some point, we would get an audio click from this feature, which we call the vapor valve. Now, when it clicks, it is only going to be alerting us that the heat is getting above 86 degrees. Therefore, we'll turn the heat low to the lowest, and that is when the actual cooking begins. Okay, so while the yam is cooking, I'm just going to be frying this piece of chicken for you as well. So during my presentation, I mentioned that fat and oil is actually the biggest culprit of the different lifestyle diseases that we have on the increase in our society today. Therefore, we cook all our meals and also fry and bake without a single drop of oil. Okay, so yes. So we have these pieces of chicken here. They has been properly washed. Okay, and please let me introduce you to this particular item which I'm going to be using to fry the chicken. Okay, the original name for this is called the electric skillet. Okay, the 12-inch oil called electric skillet. Okay, and this is what I'm going to be using to fry my chicken today. Now, this is the most sold item in Saladmaster. Okay, a lot of people prefer to call it the mobile clinic. Why we in Saladmaster mostly call it the bad boy, because it's an American product, and you know in the USA when something is too good, they say it is bad. Okay, they say it is bad. So that's why we call it the bad boy. Now, just the way this beautiful piece is, it has a timer. It is the only item in Saladmaster that uses electricity. Okay, and it has 2 rice cookers. So because of this timer, this actually replaces your microwave. So you can actually use this to microwave. It is very flexible. You can as well put it in your luggage when you're traveling. You can take it directly from your home to the office to heat up your food before you eat probably your lunch or thereabout. Now, just the way this piece is, it can actually cook, fry, grill, roast, and bake without a single drop of oil. Okay, but what you're going to be seeing me do today, yes. So you just see me fry this chicken with it. Now, this chicken is raw. It has not been spiced, and it has also not been cooked. Okay, so I'm going to be frying this chicken from the raw state. This piece actually is going to be doing 2 processes. It will first cook the chicken and then extract the natural fats from the chicken and use it to fry the chicken. So many times people say it is magic pot, but it is actually not magic. Thank God you're here live and you're going to see this process. Okay, so here we go. We have the chicken here. all you need to do is just put it in like this. Okay, so having done this, if I was going to grill this chicken just the way they are, I would leave the bad boy completely open. Okay, and then if I was going to cook it to get stock out of it, I would close it completely, just like this. Okay, so but because I'm frying, I actually need a bit of oxygen to fry. Therefore, I will just crack it like this. Okay, so please, I would like you to come close and just see. I dropped this chicken here a few seconds ago, isn't it? Now, you can some of the skin were taken off. And even with this little skin we have, you can see that fat is already coming out of it. You can see this, right? Wow. So by the time we were able to extract a lot of fat from this chicken is going to be frying with its own fat, with its own juice. All right, so please let's just leave it for a while. And also, I'd like you to see this. Now, it was clicking while we were talking about the chicken. Okay, so look, this is exactly how it clicks. Now, the reason why this vapor valve is popping out is because it is trying to release heat. Okay, this is an airtight container. When you put it on the burner, it seals itself automatically. So therefore, the only place where heat can come out of is through the vapor valve. Okay, so while it was clicking, we were supposed to turn it low. Okay, so as you can see, the vapor valve has gone down. Now this is sealed. I would like you to please try to open it up. Just try to open it up to see. So you see that it is completely sealed. Now, one of the most amazing features of this cookware is what we call the semi-vacuum cooking system. And that is actually what is at work right now. Okay? When we start cooking like this, the air shrinks in it and it cools, creating a semi-vacuum cooking system. Okay, so now this is when cooking begins. In a very short period of time, this will be ready. All right, so while we're doing this, I would like to shred some onion, which I'm going to be adding up to the chicken as well. Okay, and I'm going to be making a 5-item salad also. Okay. Soma, please come closer and take a look at this. All right. If what you see here amazes you, just say wow. All right. So here we go. Wow. I know that. I saw that coming. So you see the amount of fat that we've been able to get out of this chicken. So just the way it is, if I remove this chicken and add some tomato to it, you can see that it is enough to make sauce or even make stew. All right, so what I'm going to do now is to turn this chicken over. Okay? What do you think about this right now?
Awesome. This is amazing.
So you see the chicken is actually frying. Now, this actually saves you time as well. Because normally before you fry your chicken, you have to boil it first. Isn't it? Yes. Okay, so you see, if I actually brought this chicken to you without you seeing this presentation, and I tell you that this chicken were fried without a single drop of oil, you would probably not believe what I say. True or false? Okay, so but just as it is not even spiced. When you taste this chicken, it might be the first time you would be tasting chicken since you were born. The natural taste of chicken. All right, okay, and also, this click is to tell us that this yam is ready. Okay, this vapor valve gives an audio click 2 times in the entire cooking process. The first time it clicks is to tell us that the heat is too much, therefore we should turn it low. All right, so and which it gave us the initial click, and it has been low all this while. Now it's giving us the second click. What this roaster is actually saying is that this yam is ready. So please let's take a look at it now. Wow. Can you see this? How do you like your yam? Do you like it hard or soft? Now, you would also notice that the color of this yam is still the same. Normally, when you cook your yam, by the time the yam is ready, what you get out of the yam is this whitish, thick water. Okay, but as you can see, the yam is very well cooked and the color is still intact. Okay? So, when you eat this yam, remember I said yam has about 26 minerals and vitamins that are very essential to the human body. It has calcium, potassium. It is actually a root vegetable. So many times we find ourselves in situations whereby even medical doctors sometimes say people should not eat yam. The reason why they say so is actually because the preparation method goes a long way in determining what somebody gets out of yam, which means that there is a way you cook your yam. The yam can either become a food it can either become a high glycemic index food or a low glycemic index food. High glycemic and low glycemic simply means high sugar food and low sugar food. So, but what we have here actually is a low glycemic index food, which is very, very good for anyone to eat. So since the yam is ready, all I have to do is turn off the burner. Okay? So quickly, I'm going to be making a 5-item salad. And what I'm going to be using for this salad are the cucumber, apple, carrots, lime, and cabbage. Okay, so let's come back to this machine. You can come this way, Ma. Yeah. So I'm going back to the number 5 cone. All right. Remember I said they are all numbered. This is cone 5. Okay. So this is what I'm going to start making my salad with. Okay. Cone 5 gives a very, very beautiful shape. All right. Remember I said it is a machine to exploit. Now this is cabbage. Most times when people want to use cabbage, they take off the core out. They take the core away, right? Because they believe it is too hard. Okay, but the cabbage actually, this is the most important part. Everything your body needs in cabbage is in the core. Therefore, I'm going to be adding it to the salad today. Now, this works for all stomach-related issues like ulcer, food poisoning, heartburn, and the rest of them. And apart from that, it is also a very good cancer-fighting vegetable. Okay, so I'm going to be using cone 5 to shred this cabbage now. So you see how this machine works. Don't you love this machine?
I love
it. Okay, so this is the first shape we got out, right? Now I'm going to be using cone 4. Okay, this is cone 4. Cone 4 is a slicer. Okay, you can use it to slice your onion or any other food. You can equally use it to slice your chips if you want to make the round chips. But today, I'm going to be using it for the cucumber. All right, so here we go. So, like I said, at one turn, this machine does the work of 6 knives. And a lot of customers who own this machine, they've been giving us all kind of feedbacks. Many of them says that it saves them up to 50% of their cooking time in the kitchen. Okay, so but the most testimonies we get is actually the fact that this machine encourages people to eat more vegetables. Okay, because when these vegetables look good, you feel like eating them. All right, and also it makes cooking very interesting. Okay, now this is cone 3, and I'm also going to be using cone 3 for this cucumber so as to give you another shape. Okay, nevertheless, you can use cone 3 for your French fries. Okay, you can use them for your potatoes. But let's go. So you see, I don't even need to apply so much energy. Okay, I'm just playing around with this machine. I turn it with ease and then it gives me exactly what I want. That's how flexible it is. Okay, now these cones actually also do not go blunt. The more you use them, the sharper they become. Okay, I'll be using cone 2 now for the apple. So this is the apple. You know, they say 1 apple a day, an intake of 1 apple a day takes one a step away from the doctor. Okay, so apple is very good. Now, I'm going to be using this, I'm going to add in this apple to my salad for 2 reasons. Number 1, to sweeten it, and also for the nutritional benefits of apple. All right, so this is cone 2. So the reason why we use apple to sweeten our salad is because we don't dress our salad. We try as much as possible to avoid the different types of cream we have because they are fattening. Okay. So the last cone I will use today is cone 1. Now I'm going to be using cone 1 for the carrots. Okay? I'm sure you would like to order for this machine already.
Yes, I'm in love with it.
So we are glad to complete your kitchen.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've added the carrots. Carrot is another very good plant-based food, okay, because it has beta carotene. It is good for the sight. You already know that. Okay, so but the reason why a lot of people have their glasses on 24/7 and they eat a lot of carrot is actually because of how they prepare the carrot before they eat it. Now, the last thing I'm going to be adding to this salad is the zest of lime. You can either add the zest of lime or lemon. Lime is more acidic, so lemon is better. All right, but today we're using lime. Now, the zest of lime actually is very good, very medicinal. As a matter of fact, it fights against cancer in the human body, like breast cancer, skin cancer, prostate cancer, and the rest of them. Okay, so also I'm going to be adding this lime to this salad so as to flavor it. But apart from flavoring it, I'm adding it because of its nutritional benefits. Okay, it fights against cancer in the human body. All right. So just like broccoli, the zest of lime or lemon is also one of the best cancer fighting agents. So, salad is ready. Now, just the way this salad is, you can actually add a lot more to it. So you can actually add more to it. For those people who prefer to see that creamy look each time they want to have their salad, instead of dressing, actually add avocado pear to it or coconut. Coconut is one very fabulous food you should add to your salad. When you taste it, you shouldn't actually taste it with your fingers, eating up your finger. All right, so the salad is ready, and I believe also that the chicken is ready. Okay, so before I come back to mix this salad, let's just check this again. Wow. So you see, it is golden fried. It is golden fried. Okay, so we're just going to leave it for, let's say, another 2 minutes. Okay, so it can be completely fried. And then we're going to serve the food. Is that okay? So we would have the salad as starter, and we would have the yam and the chicken as our main course. I'm also going to be baking some cake, a chocolate cake to be precise, on the burner. So the cake would be our dessert. All right, thank you very much for your audience and for your time. So I would like you to please take your seats while I round up this process. Thank you very much. We don't take this for granted.